with Cheddar. California now reporting over 400,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus in the state, many in hard-hit Los Angeles County, driven by young people. Well, California is now surpassing New York for the most cases in this country. Joining us now to break this all down is friend of the show, Dr. Jen Caudle, a family physician. Dr. Caudle, so great to have you on. California initially succeeded at controlling the virus. It was one of the first to shut down. What went wrong here?
Well, what we're seeing in California is what we are seeing in so many other states, Texas, Florida, Arizona. We are seeing cases arise in states that we had not seen before. And quite frankly, it's devastating, right? This is what was happening in New York back in April. A couple of things to mention about the cases that we're seeing in California. And yes, California has more cases than New York did or ever had. But a couple of things to keep in mind is that California still as a state is twice as large population-wise than New York, and still has fewer cases per 1,000 people. And New York still has higher numbers of deaths from COVID. But the bottom line here is that the cases are rising. We are going backwards. And actually, these numbers may not even tell the whole story. Recent research has shown that cases may actually be across the country 6 to 24 times higher than we actually think they are. So it really underscores the importance of all the preventive measures we've been talking about, wearing masks and all of that. And of course, research for a vaccine is going to be ultimately important. But it certainly is devastating to see that many states are having these surgences.
We've had a lot of testing issues. There's a huge wait time to get test results. I took a test a while ago. It took me 10 days to get the result. Luckily, knock on wood, I did not have coronavirus. Does that worry you, though, that there might be a spike in cases, even here in New York, just say, and we won't know until 10 days later?
Absolutely. It worries me for really every state and every region of the country. You know, a test result that comes back, 5, 7, 10, 14 days after the person took the test really makes it far less useful than it would have been if we got the test results right away. So much can happen in that time in which people are waiting for their results. They could have potentially exposed other people, et cetera. That's our greatest fear. So in some ways, some researchers have suggested that test results that are gotten 10, 14 days after the fact are almost useless. It's still good to have the data, but it's not as useful if we got it sooner. And to your point about New York, I am always concerned that New York, Pennsylvania, and other East Coast states that we will have another resurgence. That is always my concern. We are doing well now, but so is California a few months ago. Things can change on a dime. And I think that's one of the things that we are learning about this virus.